Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing the part 2 of the NBA over-unders. Today we are doing the Western Conference. So to start off, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder, who last season won 68 games, and the over-under for this season has been set at 62.5. I think they'll go over once again. Although they were a young team last year who was looking to prove themselves after a bit of a disappointment in the playoffs, I think they're still just going to be that young, hungry team who's looking to buy some more wins and looking to prove that it wasn't just a once off and be the first team in about a decade now to win back to back championships. And a big part of that, particularly in the Western Conference, is for them to have the highest seed they can have possible, being the number one seed, obviously. And 68 games they won this year, with Chet Holmgren being out for a lot of the year, with Isaiah Hartenstein being out for a lot of the year. I just think that OKC will go over this line, 62.5, and they'll win. I don't know if they'll get to 68, but I reckon they'll at least get 65 or so. I reckon they should clear it. Moving on, Houston. 52 games they won last year. The line's at 54.5 this year. This is the first line that I am locking, and I'm locking the Houston Rockets to go over this line. It's 2.5 game increase where they have arguably a lot better of a team. All their young players, Amen Thompson, Alfred Şengün, they're all going to improve. Everyone else, Tari Eason, everyone that comes off the bench with them, Jamari Smith Jr., they're all just going to get better and better. They trade out Dylan Brooks and not Fred Durant and Jalen Green, obviously, but they bring in Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's just going to raise the ceiling of this team. He's just going to make their offense so much better. He's going to allow them to spread the floor more. He's going to make their defense better. Just everything about Houston for this season is going to be so much better. And I expect them to be winning at least 60 games this season. Not at least, but I expect them to be getting 60 wins this season. They should just be a lot better than they were. And the 54.5, I think it's disrespectful line. I think they should be well clear of that. Moving on. The Los Angeles Lakers. This is a tricky team. They finished the third seed last year. They won 50 games. The line set at 48.5. Nobody's too certain. LeBron doesn't seem like he wants to be there too much. The Lakers are looking more towards the future and they're thinking less about the LeBron era. So you're left to sit back and think, well, what type of moves are going to be made? They're probably not going to be able to trade LeBron. There's no one who can really match the LeBron James contract. And there's not too many benefits of buying him out. So they're going to be playing the whole year with LeBron and Luka Doncic on the team. But around them, they don't have the world's greatest team. DeAndre Ayton, sure, he's a pickup. He's a better player. He's a lot better than Jackson Hayes, but he doesn't fix their problems. And he's not a Luka Doncic type of center. So, not confidently, but I think I'm going to go the under. I know they have the star power of Luka. They have LeBron James. Austin Reeves was a great player. So they have great players in contact there who can win them enough games to go over this. And I wouldn't be surprised. But I just think with everything that's going on and the team being questionable, I'm going to go the under. Moving on, Denver Nuggets. Last season they won 50 games. The line's at 53.5. I'm going to go the over. And they're bringing in Cam Thomas. They've brought in Jonas Valanciunas. They've brought back Bruce Brown. They've brought in Tim Hardaway Jr. They've just got a lot better of a team. For someone whose offseason was looking questionable with the money they had and the contracts they had, I think their pickups have been really good. I'm not going to lock the over, but I'm very confident in the Denver Nuggets. I expect them to be a top 3 seed in the West this year with OKC, Houston, and them. And I expect them to be 55 games or so. It's not a lock, but it's very close. I'm very confident the Denver Nuggets will be going over. I just think Cam Thomas in for Michael Porter Jr. is just a big trade. I don't give a shit about the pick they traded out. They've been able to pick up other players. The Denver Nuggets are a real championship threat this year. Moving on, the Clippers. They won 50 games last year. They're at 47.5 this year. It's questionable because the Clippers always rely on how healthy is Kawhi Leonard. And he trained all off season. He trained all up to June. He was practicing like it was a finals-like situation. And his body was healthy and putting up with it. They were good. They only lost in 7 games to the Nuggets. They were right there. I'm going to back them in. I'm going to go over for the Los Angeles Clippers. Over 47.5 wins. It might be 48, and they might win 47. I'm not sure. I'm not certain on this one, but I believe they could do something good here. Then the Wolves. They're at 49 wins they won last year. 50.5 this year. Go in the under. They've brought back Julius Randle. They've brought back Naz Reid. But it's just the loss of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think, is a lot bigger than people realise. And I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's a great player. I just don't think they're going to be able to win that many games. And if they do, if they win 51 games or more, I believe it's going to be on the back of a big Anthony Edwards season, or someone takes a big jump. Rob Dillingham actually becomes a playable player, starts doing some good things, something like that. But I'm not certain on the Wolves this year. I just think they're going to go under. The Warriors, 48 wins last year. They're at 46.5. I'm going under. I didn't believe in them last year when they traded for Jimmy. They proved me wrong when in that March and April stretch where they won a lot of games. They played all right in the playoffs. Injuries plagued them, and they failed. But I just think they're going to go under the Golden State Warriors. I just think with the age of Steph Curry, the age of Draymond Green, the age of Jimmy Butler, their losses in Kevon Looney, and just everyone outside of those three players just isn't that great at basketball. And I think because of that, they're going to go under. And I'm fairly confident the Golden State Warriors will go under. But if they don't, I expect it to be from a big season from Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler doing a lot more than he did when Steph Curry was out in the postseason and actually scoring more than 15 points a game and actually looking like he wants to score the basketball. The Memphis Grizzlies, last season 48 wins, this season 40.5, under. I'm not locking it, but I'm pretty confident they'll go under. I've never been a Memphis Grizzlies fan. They've picked up Ty Jerome. I love Ty Jerome, obviously. I was really sad to see him leave the Cavs. But I don't know. Just Ja Morant he's never healthy. They've lost Desmond Bane. They got nothing good back in the trade. Then there's Jaren Jackson Jr., who they have. They lost Jay Huff, which I don't really care about. And then they've got Santi Aldama. But, yeah, they've brought back their players there. I just don't trust the Memphis Grizzlies to go out there and to win the adequate games to get them in this position to where they can be a playoff team. I think there's going to be a few shit teams in the West this year. I think they'll be one. The Kings will be one. The Suns will be one. The Pels, the Jazz. So they could be a play-in team and scratch in because of that. But I just don't believe in them. And moving on. Sacramento Kings. 40 wins last year. They're at 36.5 for this year. I'm not locking it, but I'm very confident in the under for the Sacramento Kings. They're a garbage team. They're just an older, worse Chicago Bulls. Actually, they're a better Chicago Bulls, but they're just older. Domantas Sabonis. Zach LaVine is still a very good basketball player. They're all still very good basketball players. But the Sacramento Kings just have a bunch of players. They don't have a team. They just have players that are all there together. And apart from that, I'm just not sure how they all fit and how they can. Yeah, so the Sacramento Kings, I just don't trust them. I don't believe in them. They don't fit well together. They've brought in Dennis Schroeder, but I just think they're not a great basketball team, and I won't be surprised if they make more trades and ship out more players this offseason. Moving on, the Dallas Mavericks. Last season, 39 wins. This season, they're at 40.5. I'm locking the over. Last season, they didn't have any of their centers for the back half of the year. Anthony Davis barely played any games for the Dallas Mavericks last year. Derek Lively was injured the whole time. Daniel Gafford was injured the whole time. They had questionable, lineups throughout the whole year. They had Kai Jones playing. Kyrie Irving was injured for a lot of the year. Luka Doncic got traded, and that just shuffled everything around, and they got pumped by some teams for a while there. They've brought in Cooper Flagg. I'm expecting everyone to be playing better. I'm expecting everyone to be a lot better. I'm locking the over. I'm trusting the Dallas Mavericks. I think the Dallas Mavericks are a championship threat. I think they are a great basketball team. I think their starting five, once Kyrie Irving is healthy again, is really good. I don't love D'Angelo Russell. That's the only thing, is I don't love him as a starting point guard. But yet they're still adequate enough with him there. I love everyone else in that starting five. You've got PJ Washington off the bench. You've probably got Daniel Gafford off the bench. You've got Derek Lively starting. Anthony Davis gets to play at the 4. I think they're going to be a very, very good basketball team this year, the Dallas Mavericks, if, touch wood, if they can stay healthy. The Phoenix Suns, last season 36 wins, this season 32.5. They're going under. I don't care about bringing in Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. They're going under. Devin Booker is a phenomenal basketball player. but they have this dark, gloomy cloud overhead, which is the Bradley Beal and what's going to happen to the Bradley Beal situation. Do they cut him? No team's going to be able to trade for him because he's going to say, no, I don't want to go play there. I like it here in Phoenix. So I think what the Phoenix Suns have to do is they have to go to Bradley Beal, the coach, the owner, the president, whoever, all of them together. They've got to go to Bradley Beal. They've got to sit him down. And they're going to say, Bradley Beal, it was our fault. It wasn't your fault. We shouldn't have brought you in. We shouldn't have traded you here. So for that reason, we don't really want you in our basketball team. We're just going to sit you at home. You're not going to be playing our games, so you don't come along. Just stay at home for a while. And I bet you then Bradley Beal will come back. He'll tell them some teams he wants to go play for. He wants to be traded for. He's okay to play at. And the Phoenix Suns will be able to make a move. Because it's just simply so much money to cut. And it's just something you don't expect. Moving on. Portland Trail Blazers. 36 wins they had last year. This year, 32.5. I know they've traded out Anthony Simons. It's nearly a lock, but it's not. But I'm so confident the Portland Trail Blazers will be going over. Young Hansen looks incredible in Summer League. Everyone on their team is going to be getting better, apart from probably Jeremy Grant and Buddy. That they've brought in Drew Holiday from the Celtics. Had a brain fade there. But apart from that, everyone on their team looks incredible. Not incredible. They all look to be improving. And their team looks to be like in an incredible situation compared to where they have been in the past due to this influx of young talent and these young promising players. I think people are forgetting how good Scoot Henderson was. His start to his NBA career wasn't perfect. And he was compared to Wemby, so it probably makes him look worse because is it Scoot or is it Wemby? Even though it was clearly always Wemby. But still, Scoot Henderson now will be the star point guard of the star point guard. He will be the main point guard of the team. He'll be at the helms, at the reins. He's just got to direct them to the place where they're trying to get, which for this season is probably just a play-in spot. I think if the Portland Trailblazers win 40-odd games and they make a play-in spot in the West, they are a very happy team and a very happy organization, and I believe that they're going to do that. You know what? I'm gonna throw 4 locks out there for the Western Conference. I'm locking the Portland Trailblazers to go over 32.5 wins. They won 36 last year. They're all going to get better. I don't care. I'm locking them. It's my channel. It's my rules. 32.5 wins. Locking over. Moving on. San Antonio Spurs. Last season they won 34 games. The over-under is at 43.5. This is one of the really confusing ones because it's jumped up 9.5 games. You expect them to be better, obviously, with Victor Wembanyama. You expect De'Aaron Fox to come in and have a more solidified role. I really like their draft. I'm a really big Carter Bryant fan. I think Dylan Harper will be a great player for them. They've got some great bench depth there. They've got, old mate, the one that were Rookie of the Year last year. Having a few brain fans today. But the Spurs, it's just about the health, isn't it? Can Wemby stay healthy? I think Wemby, obviously, his career, it started here. Last year was here. Next year, it's going to be up here. He's just going to keep climbing that ladder. It's all about, can they stay healthy? And do they all mesh together with all the guards they have? They picked up a great backup center in Luke Cornett. I'm going to go the over. I'm just going to go over the over. The Pels, 21 wins last year. A lot of injury trouble, I do know that. 30.5 this year. I'm going the under. I had this originally a lock. I'm changing. I'm just going to keep my 3 locks, actually. I'm going to put the other one to the Portland over. I'm going to go the under for the Pels. I just don't trust them. I don't think they have some great players, but I don't think they're a winning team. When you look at their list and you look at their starting 5, you go, they've got a whole bunch of good players, but none of them, they don't work together. They don't fit together. And I just don't love the situation at all for the New Orleans Pelicans. Then after that, the Utah Jazz. 17 wins last year, 18.5 this year. I'm going the under. I don't believe Ace Bailey is an amazing enough player to where he's going to be able to help the Utah Jazz get another 2 wins in this upcoming NBA season. I just think their roster is fairly shit. They've traded out Colin Sexton, which I don't like because I like Colin Sexton as a player. And I don't know. The Utah Jazz are just a team that realistically nobody gives a shit about. They don't have anything really going on for them very good. Most of their players you expect to keep leaving because they don't have anything going on and they're unable to have a good culture over there. I just expect them to continue to be a bad basketball team. That's why I'm going to go the under. And yeah, so just to recap, Oklahoma City, 62.5 wins, going the over. Houston, 44 54.5 wins, we're locking the over. Lakers, 48.5 wins, going the under. Denver, 53.5, nearly locking, but we're going the over. Clippers, 47.5, going the over. Wolves, 50.5, going the under. Warriors, 46.5, questionable, but we're going the under. Kings, 36.5, questionable, but we're going the under. Dallas, 40.5, locking the over. Phoenix Suns, 32.5, under. Portland, 32.5, locking the over. Locking. I'm so confident in Portland over here. 43.5 for the Spurs. Very questionable, but we're going to go the over. Pels, under 30.5 actually. Yeah, very confident in that under actually. Utah Jazz, under 18.5. Thank you.